Hey, yeah, so today I want to go over the topic of range versus melee in Blade and Soul, kind of discussing the pros and cons of each melee and range classes, and also discussing kind of the topic of some people who say ranged classes are way superior than melee in Blade and Soul. So the first thing I'll say is range classes are very good for people who have high ping, and the reason why is because naturally they're ranged, so most of the time you won't be getting hit by the boss because you'll be able to stand far away and hit freely. So having high ping is really good to play with melees. Sorry, not with melees. Don't do that, please don't. With range, because range allows you to stay far away. And when you have high ping, you have really kind of delayed reaction times. And if you're a melee class with high ping, you're gonna struggle. Where if you're a range class, I'm not saying it's like super easy, but it's way easier than a melee class because you don't have to have that quick reaction time to survive, because most of the times you won't even be getting hit by the boss, honestly. So if you have high ping, ranged classes are very much important to play, and I recommend them. Summoner, Warlock, even Force Master, all of them are perfect for high ping players. Also, ranged classes, this kind of goes into what I was saying, kind of ties into the whole high ping thing, but they rarely get hit by bosses and they rarely take damage because, as I said, they're far away from damage from the boss. So most of the time it's very hard to die on a ranged class because you just can basically stay far away from damage. So ranged classes kind of have that strength of, if you have high ping, they're good to play, and you really don't take much damage because you're never in a radius of the boss's attacks. There's only a few bosses that could hit you. There's a few I know. I'm aware of them, but I would say most bosses don't really hit ranged classes because you're just not in range. So the thing I would say about melee is, personally for me, this is more of opinion than a fact, but I find melee classes more fun. I feel like, honestly, I get kind of bored playing ranged classes because you kind of just stand there and hit a few buttons, where melee, a lot of times if it's a hard boss, you kind of really have to time your iframes. You really have to dodge, boss mechanics. You're kind of up close and personal. It's kind of, I don't know, for me, it's just way more fun and interesting. And that's why I play like a Blade Dancer. I play melee classes. I also have an ult assassin. So it's just personally for me, I love melee classes. Again, this is more of an opinion and a play style, but I personally find it more enjoyable to play melee, even though it might be, not as safe because you can die. Tying into that with melee, as I said, their issues are kind of that they are always up close, so you have to have a pretty decent ping and good reaction time, because if you're not iframing the boss mechanics, and let's say you're doing like hard mode of Iron Tech Forge or something, you're gonna get killed because it's just not gonna work out. You have to be able to iframe and you have your reaction time. So that's kind of the downfall of melee. But to someone like me, it's a kind of a pro because it makes it more fun, as I said. So just kind of interesting, Personally, do I feel like range is way superior than melee? No, I don't. Do they have some strengths that are better than melee? Of course, because as I said, they don't really take damage, and that's really nice because you don't have to be up close and you don't have to worry as much as a melee class. But yeah, they both have their strengths and weaknesses, and I really feel like there's no superior class. All of them have their own kind of strengths and weaknesses, and I feel like they're all pretty balanced pretty well. Blade Soul kind of did a pretty good job of that. It's very hard to do that in an MMORPG. There's always usually some OP class and the rest are decent, and in Blade Soul there's not too many OP things. Of course, some people argue that Warlock is too strong or Blade Dancer is too strong, but overall it's not too bad. All the classes are pretty strong. But yeah, that's just kind of my thing. I feel like range versus melee is kind of a topic that will go on forever with Blade Soul. Personally, I feel like, as I said, they both just have their strengths and weaknesses, and that's about it. What do you guys think? Do you feel like ranged classes are way superior to melee? Do you enjoy playing ranged classes more than melee? Or, yeah, what do you guys think? Thank you guys for watching, and I got more videos coming soon, so thank you guys.